Don't you know that the music should be soft?
Whoa, two colorful shirts I see.
What are we? Easter?
What's going on?
We got a little Easter going on with a little pink and green, a little purple. What's going on?
Bruce Lee. I got a pink and green. What do you got there? What is that? Like a wine?
Mauve.
Like
It's like a mauve.
A mauve. Broham. Like a broham.
Yeah, I did a little test. I did, because I get so pressure for me to try and at least look good and sound good-ish compared to you. So I realized I need a little color now that I'm on a 2-week vacay from White House Plumbers.
Oh, you are. You're not in a hotel.
I'm not in a hotel. I'm on a little vacay. That's all I'm going to say. You're my BFF. I'll tell you later, but I'm a little hideout.
You look more relaxed.
Do I?
Yeah.
Good.
And we're coming off a really different and surprising week that we it's so funny. We don't
How
plan
did that happen?
I know we don't plan anything.
Nothing.
So now that we can tell everybody, now that we're getting into this, hello everybody.
Hello everybody.
Hey. We're trying to get aligned with Opie for a while. Me, you, Ryan. Our schedules were not allowing it. It literally kept changing week after week, and we gave up telling people next week special guest because we just said we can't do that anymore.
It's pointless. Can't do it anymore.
We can't announce guests because we don't know what's going to happen in 10 minutes from now. So then we finally said, hey, we can do this in the middle of the night under the cloak of darkness.
It really was too. It was really midnight for me. It was late. It
was the middle of the night. And we're all on different time zones. And we decided, okay, let's get Ryan on. We're going to do it for 15 minutes, middle of the night. Whatever I was, 10 p.m. me, midnight you, 7, 8, whatever, where he was. Let's do this.
Sun was going down for him and Cal.
Hey, Ryan, 15 minutes. Cut to an hour later. We're still talking. Obviously, we never even think we're recording. And by the way, we spoke for like an hour before it. So it's like an hour and an hour. If we literally let the whole thing go, it would have been 2 hours.
Unbelievable.
And then we said, you and I hung up with him. We called each other right back and said, well, guess what? We don't edit anything ever.
No.
That's the episode. And now ReaperReviews lives an extra week longer than it was supposed to.
It was great. It was great on the Twitter. I'm not, so busy. I'm trying to do the best I can. And Candace and her squad were going, hang on, there's no show this week.
Yeah.
They got something special that they're going to announce.
Yeah.
With the SOA and Mayans addicts. And so people just but you know what? That's the way this show rolls. And to see your boy Ryan in that kind of shape, that happy to talk to you and me, to regale those stories that he came up with and to
learn some things. I learned so much I didn't know. We've never really had that conversation with anyone.
That's right.
This is the craziest thing. We spend so much time, all of us together, that we've never really, besides me and you, I can't say that I know Boone's perspective on the whole thing, or Charlie's perspective on the whole thing, or Ronnie's perspective on the whole thing, or Katie.
We know a bit.
We know a bit.
You're giving yourself, trust me, we know a bit.
But we don't know it all.
Don't know it all.
So what I found out is that maybe, and we'll see what happens, maybe our next one will be the same. Maybe it won't be. The thing is that, again, what everybody I think loves about the show and what I've seen in the response is we don't plan anything. We have no idea. We do talk before it, you and I, but it's never about what we're going to do. It's just about the madness of life. And
hi, how are you? Chaos. How's the barn? Hi. Where are you now? How was that? How was it last night? Did you get that fixed? How you feeling?
Has Diana left you yet?
Has she gone yet for the 18,000th time? Please, Diana, stay away.
Are her and Megan pulling a Thelma and Louise and leaving us? What's happening?
That'd be a good scene, actually.
Be a good scene. So the thing is that we and then we hit record, and eventually
I'm sorry, that's a great image.
Them holding hands.
We're out. Let's go.
Holding hands in the convertible.
The kids.
Fuck those guys.
Those guys.
So, but that was such a cool moment, and we'll see what happens. You know, I know we have a few others apparently coming up. We'll see our schedules, and then and this thing has a life of its own. But we are back to our, as they say, regularly scheduled program. And I do have to say, hats off to us for never missing. We don't miss.
Nope.
Some I told you
I wanted to take 4 months off, and Theo went no. I said, can I take 2 months? Theo went, no. Then Theo asked me if he could take 3 weeks off. I went, no.
No.
We have just put the pedal to the metal for the entire year and 4 months now. Like, what is happening?
I was reading, you know, I try not to ever read comments, but I was reading one just because I get such a kick out of some human beings. And I'm not even sure if they're human at this point. I think that it's just maybe some crazy, I think it's energies. Was
it negative?
Yeah, no, it was just some guy, or maybe, who knows? It was labeled a guy, but maybe it wasn't a guy. I don't know. But because, you know, we live in a clandestine society. The guy said, man, they spend the first half hour or whatever. All they do is give each other pats on the back and say how great each other are.
Really? And I don't think I've done that once.
Yeah. And you know what I thought? Good. We like each other.
Yeah. How about that?
How about we genuinely enjoy each other? How about we're genuinely proud of each other? Hey, how about maybe you should do that with the people you love?
Good for you.
How about maybe?
See, I'm going, my fucking old brain just goes to, well, no, we don't. We love each other. We talk about the shit around the house, but I don't go, God, Theo, you're great.
No,
oh,
and
we don't have to.
Yeah,
we're buddies.
I thought, isn't that
you should do that more often, actually.
I tell my friends all the time now, I love you. Hey, you're the best. Hey, you can do anything. Like, hey, man, I hope your day's fucking wonderful. But we live in such a cynical society that when people hear people say good things to each other, they're like, oh, look at these two. And, you know, I don't know. I'm sure it's been like this since day one in history, since, you know, humans can open this thing we call a mouth, but fuck off. That's the way I look at it.
Fuck right off. Buddy.
Yeah, fuck right off. And hey, if you were friends with me, whoever wrote that, I'd be telling you how great you are if you were great, because if you were my friend, I'd probably think you were great. If you're not, I'm probably not going to be friends with you.
No,
so
good for you.
So all that being said, I thought that was quite funny, but no, it's been amazing. The response to the Opie thing, the Ryan thing has been great. Ryan's got, you know, he's got a video game out where he's playing like the lead character. He's playing Thor. Obviously he did Walking Dead, and he's got his other show on Disney that my kids watch. He's in the greatest shape of his life.
It's so good.
He's a force. And you and I watching this show now, I think we both can truly realize the impact of the Opie character on the SOA universe. And we're seeing it, especially in this episode that we're about to talk about now, which is called Ablation.
Ablation, yeah.
What is it?
Well, it's to remove a body part from your body, whether it's your kidney or your
hands.
Like lumberjack jacks. Like, what the fuck was that about?
Even
like,
Tig gave a reaction to that. We'll get to that in a minute. Even Tig gave a reaction to that. That was
sure did.
You know, and listen, we are rocking through these. I think this is episode 8.
It is.
We're going to be done with this Reaper thing in a minute. And then that's when things are really going to get fun, because we're going to just get creative, and it's going to be a weekly thing of us having our whole existence of how this show is going to become. So I think we're kind of building into that, and taking all this stuff that we're doing now before we speak about it into a free form kind of thing. And hopefully I'll be more settled at that moment and have like a place where I'm not against some
5-6 weeks away, son.
No,
that's all you get.
How long till we're done with this Reaper Reviews thing?
Oh, you mean the whole 7 seasons?
Yeah.
April of next year. Yeah.
April of next year.
Yeah. We're done in 5 or 6 weeks. This season 5. So then we got 2 more to go. April. Yeah. Checked it out.
Wow.
Where are you going to be in April, Theo?
Where are you going to be?
I don't fucking know. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to be?
Where you going to go? Where you going to be? I might be.
We'll have new lights. We'll have a new camera by then. We'll have like, look at your mic, dude. Can I just get settled again?
I gave you one of these. I left.
I know. They're
when I left
waiting
LA. It's at your house in LA. If you ever get there, you'll have one of these fancy mic stands, so you don't got to deal with leaning down.
I'm doing this on your show. Can I just show? Can I talk Kim? Show my face. Kim, there you are. There. See that. And gone.
So it's funny is I'm going to be in this will air after this. I'm going to be in Dallas with Perlman and Ryan.
Amazing.
Doing my first Comic-Con.
We would have advertised that last week had we known then. This came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere. Let's think about this. When was the last time you and I did a Comic-Con?
Boy. I mean, I haven't done one since
a couple of years.
December 2019, because all of 20 was gone.
Yep.
All of this year's been gone until kind of right now. It's been a long time for you and me. We had such a good time in Germany, though. Oh my God.
We did. And I don't know if that Germany one's going to hold up in December.
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out what the European Union rules are from America, from Canada. I mean, we're all staying safe, you and me. We're doing smart things. So we'll see. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. So this is my first one, and I'm going to call it 2.5 years in Dallas, right up the road, with Pearl and with Clay and Opie. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted and let you know what the layout looks like, because I'm curious of like, how does this go now? Like, I mean, they're very like, when we used to do them, we used to stand in front of the table. Everybody's hugging everybody. Everybody's shaking everybody's hands. Is that all gone now?
Don't know. I talked to Booney about a couple. He did Orlando. And it was kind of good. It was kind of crazy. He got anxiety over it. I mean, they say they're all vaccinated and things like that, but you put your mask and then you take your mask off for selfies and things, the things that we love to do, and they love to take them of us and all those things. And our charities win a little bit. We win a little bit. It's a beautiful thing to see our fans, but it's a different time now. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just odd.
You're going to have to tell me. I haven't talked to Pearl. Ryan's shared a little bit. He's been doing quite a few.
Pearl's been doing quite a few. We all spoke last night. I have
good.
Yeah, I have photos. Ryan posted something. I've never done a 3-way FaceTime, but we were all on a FaceTime.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was really odd. Seeing.
Have you ever done a 3-way anything? Just thought
I've done 3s. I've done 4s. I've done multiple numbers.
I love that answer.
Who knows? Too many in the room.
Who knows?
But no, I don't know. I'm excited for it because you and I love the cons.
Yeah.
They're the happiest place on earth. People say Disney is. I'm going to argue and say Comic-Cons are. People are fucking ecstatic when they're there. It's kind of the coolest vibe. It took me about who knew?
You and I discovered them at exactly the same time. We were being shipped out to Boston, shipped out to Dallas, shipped out to Detroit for all our Sons of Anarchy, Arizona. We went everywhere for the show.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's time to do a con. We go, oh, I don't know. I've never.
Well, we started in bike dealerships.
And bike dealerships.
We didn't do cons because it was before Sons of Anarchy. And I think Sons of Anarchy went from like this Sopranos type drama to, oh, this is like a comic book.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is like a graphic novel. And that kind of happened in like season 5, 6, 7. We went from you and I touring.
I think you're right.
Yeah. It went from you and I being in every motorcycle dealership, people doing these giant events where thousands of people would show up.
They would bring us in.
Remember, we'd go to Milwaukee a lot. We go to all these places.
Boston. Remember, went to Boston a couple times.
Yeah.
Boy.
Remember we sat at that restaurant outside in Boston?
Never forget it.
Yeah, it was great. And then
God, we have stories. Holy shit.
Yeah, we do. That was wild. And then all of a sudden it transferred to the cons. And I'll never forget thinking, what the fuck are we doing here? And then I realized, oh, our show's like a graphic novel. And then it became a comic book. Our show is a comic book. You've been on the cover of a bunch of them. And now we're like part of that comic book world. And then you and I have done so many other things that are in that world.
And then you realize, and then we'll finish here, but you realize that these people at these cons, whether it's whoever it is, but let's just say it's Theo Rossi, they've come to spend some of their hard-earned on seeing and being with Theo Rossi, minute, a second, 2 minutes. That just made their day, their week, their month, the love of what you did on Sons, for what I did, for what Ronnie, when we do these cons, boy, the Sons love, they can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I had
hi.
such a hard time with that in the beginning. I was like, I don't know, like
I know.
I want to just be there and this and that. And then someone really, where it flipped for me is it was one of, I guess you call it fans or whatever. Somebody came to me and said, thank you so much for being here. Like, this is like, my husband and I, or whatever they were, they travel all over and go to cons. It's part of their relationship. And they're like, we love these so much. It's our best time. And I realized that it's not about me. It's about them and their experience.
Of course it is. Right. That's right. But we had to learn that, you and me.
Yeah. So much fun. So again, the energy is amazing. I don't know. I might go dressed as Boba Fett at this point, but it's going to be, I'm excited. So that's in Dallas. So I'll update you. And now here we are on Ablation, which
here we go.
Listen, I'm going to start by saying season 5 is really fucking good. It is way different than the other seasons.
Yeah. Why is that?
There's something going on in this season that when I'm watching it,
it's just so fucking heavy.
It's very heavy. But there are times in this season, like episodes like today, the one we watched, whatever, that we're about to talk about, where characters are there, but they don't do anything. And what I mean by that is this was right about the time where, as an actor on the show, you started to realize that there were going to be episodes where you were going to work every single day, but you might not actually do much, right?
Yeah.
And I'm now thinking, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think that, how do I say this the right way? I don't know if they spread the love as well as they should have and expanded on storylines. And I think that the one thing missing about this show, and I know not everybody can get their moments.
Yeah.
But when you have Happy in like every scene and he never says a word, it's kind of odd. Like, is he there? Or is he not? You know, it's like, again, you have to somehow incorporate little things because you can learn stuff about people. And I think that we didn't do that a lot.
Yeah.
And this is where I think, to give people an insight, I think this also started to cause a little chaos behind the scenes of like,
oh, it was chaos now.
Yeah.
When we heard that Ryan Hurst was going to be, not with us anymore, that was, and then of course Jax's character just completely changes. That, and then of course Perlman's doing all this incredible wacky stuff behind the club. It's just all this dark energy, and yet it served the show. It served the show beautifully. But we talk about you and me, like, look at Dayton Callie, right? Sometimes he had 2 scenes.
Yeah.
But boy, were those 2 scenes something else.
Well, he knew how to make every word worth it. He does it in this. And I'll tell you, you know what? So when we get into this preview, here's something that I noticed that's kind of odd. And I don't know if it's psychedelics or whatever, but do you know that when they showed Gemma in the truck, in the preview, I never watched the previews because I'm always like trying to get through these episodes, which I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't watch the preview.
Sure.
I surely don't listen to the song because if I never hear that song again,
it'll be too soon. Yeah.
No, no offense to that song, but fucking A, that song drives me bananas.
I never want to hear that.
They played that when I walked out at my sister's wedding.
No, I bet they did.
They did, and I gave the DJ the evil eye. I said,
don't you do that.
Don't you do that. This is my sister's wedding.
Keep going. Previews. What happened?
The truck is reversed. So in the episode before, when Gemma crashes, she's looking right and the babies are behind her. The camera pans and goes this way. In the preview of this, and maybe I'm wrong, somebody will tell me, she's looking left and the camera goes that way. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm crazy, and I could be because I'm always tired. So
I think you're crazy. Because I watched both.
Watch it.
No, watch it. I will. But I think you're crazy because Gemma's head is turning towards her own window.
Pointed. No, not her head. The frame is literally reversed.
Oh.
She's this way.
Oh.
And then in the other one, she's that way.
I can pretty much guarantee you I won't have the time to check
No,
that
you
out.
don't have time, but that's what amazing people
But let's
do
have
who
our
listen
beautiful
to
peeps
this.
out there, Samly. Let us know what's going on with that. Anyway, good notice.
So-
Good pickup.
The beginning is the aftermath of it all.
Yeah.
All that stuff coming around. Clay is driving on that bike like he's
Holy
an enduro
shit.
racer.
No, I said it's like an older Tig.
Yeah.
They gave him the Oakley clears that I was wearing, only Mike. They gave him that. They gave him that freaking beautiful helmet of his, pulled it down a little bit. He's riding like he's really riding, and it's on.
And it's
There's
on.
no more-
And that's a strong ride. Like that's to
Strong
say,
ride.
I'm back.
Strong ride. I'm back.
So Juice downloads Clay on everything.
I put you down as all wide-eyed. You're all wide-eyed. Like
So stupid.
No, it's all wide-eyed. I don't mean wide-eyed as in acting. I mean wide-eyed as in Juice is gonna. Okay, so we're gonna go to the grocery store. We're gonna pick up the milk and the eggs, and then oh my god, the yogurt's out. It's out. You're not gonna believe this, Clay. But hang on. I mean, it's on. And Clay got that info before Jax did.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So then we cut to Tara talking to Jax. And while they're talking, they're chopping up this body in the living room.
Okay. Like I was there.
Yeah. So he's gone to the dark side, and I want to hear what, like, okay, this is a moment because he's been going to the dark side, but this is the dark side.
No doubt. And what I did love about this choice, what I don't necessarily like, there's a couple in this episode where, again, we try and bring in silly humor.
Mhm.
Let's just call it a silly line or it doesn't, it's just trying to diffuse the tension. Good for us, good for our show. Chucky does a lot of it in this right. And it's not really, it's not that he does it badly. He does it wonderfully, but it just doesn't
It's not
serve
his fault.
for Charlie Hunnam to ask for a smoke and light the smoke like James Dean and take the axe, boom, boom. Woo.
And everyone's that's what sells the scenes is everybody's facial reactions.
Yeah.
Because the hands is crazy and no one knows what's coming, but to see the reactions, because if I'm correct, it's you, Chibs, and Happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Tig's reaction really sells it because I think that a lot of times this was what's so wonderful about the Tig character is nothing's out of bounds for Tig.
Correct.
Where if it was Bobby Elvis, you'd be disgusted and what are you doing and what's this? You know something's extreme if Tig reacts to it.
Well, there you go. That's a good point. I think you're right, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Even
I
Happy.
do.
Happy is like the next level down of Tig. But if Tig shows an emotion to something happening, like, woof, you know that it's basically the worst thing on the planet.
Well, it's really Tig had that ability in the writing and maybe with the way I played it, I'm not really going to judge my own,
Yeah, of course.
But I must say there's fucking honesty in that fucking reaction shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing, buddy?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And again, he's also having no reaction to doing it, which I think is wonderfully played by Charlie, but also it's showing that Jax is now at this point of no return, which I believe goes to the end.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're dead right.
And this is a long no return. This is Opie died in episode 3.
Correct.
Are
you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure now.
You want to make that statement right now, buddy?
Yeah, that I can say clear.
Fuck me.
But season 6, 7, you're talking almost like 30 episodes of Dark Side Jax. So again, Tara gets the news. She comes running out.
Got to get to my babies.
Yeah. Doesn't even see the hands. Doesn't care. You try to cover them up.
Doesn't
which
care.
was great. So let me ask you a question as an actor. You tried to cover up the body quick. You probably don't remember because you don't remember what you ate today. But did you? That's not written. You just see her come out and you go to
Correct.
Yeah. You just go to cover the body.
Correct. I think I remember how she's going to come in. We rehearsed a little bit and I thought, well, I can't. we got to try and do something to cover up this, but she doesn't fucking, there could have been.
That's cool. That's a real world reaction. And that's
good.
That, and you know what, again, I know, you and I complimented each other for our friend who's watching, but this is more for young actors. Like, don't just stand there, because no one just stands there in anything in life, right? Like, you do sometimes when you're maybe just whatever, if you have nothing going on, but like, if a scene doesn't involve you, like that moment involves Tara and Jax, basically,
Correct.
right? She's coming out saying, my
Correct.
babies, she's going to go. The fact that you're doing that makes the scene happen, because you're going to cover and she comes out. So again, there's always something going on. And it's like in life, there's always something going on. So I love that moment. And it's something that I caught. And then we go to that Jackson Tara scene, even though it's very short in the hospital, they're not looking at each other. It's a fucking great scene.
It's great.
It's great.
And I wrote down, they're just looking at Abel.
Yeah.
That's it. It's it.
I know. He says, I know twice. I know. If she was fucked up, I know. Like, basically, I know. We're going to we'll do whatever.
We'll deal with that later.
That's right. So Clay with Gemma, the crying is happening again.
I just crying's never a good thing there. Anyway, that is what that is.
So there's that. And
but Clay's getting stronger.
Clay's getting stronger. He's also
got no oxygen. He's getting stronger.
Getting what he needs. People are getting vulnerable, falling around him, and he's starting to swoop in like Shazam. Yep. Here he comes. What do you need? So now he's with Gemma. Juice rolls in with the crew. This is always
not even rolling in. You're at the front of the line.
Oh, yeah.
Your arms are out like, boys, hit your marks. Right there, right there. I got this.
Well, there was a pecking order. Here's the thing. There's a pecking order. So if Bobby was rolling in with me, he'd be the guy in the front. If Chibs was rolling in with me, he'd be the guy in the front. If Tig was rolling in, he'd be but I'm there with Happy, Filthy Phil, Chucky. I'm in charge of that ragtag.
Damn straight.
Right?
Damn straight.
So he comes rolling in, no cut, no nothing. And you know what someone said recently? I just want to clarify that we do listen. I said, why are some people wearing cuts? Some people aren't. It's the people who went to prison. Like, I've known this. And this stays on. But is Roosevelt still technically the sheriff?
I think he is.
No, he just doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't wear his uniform or anything.
Well, I just think that, you know what? It's the Kurt Sutter thing. He comes up with this analogy of what we're going to do, this line of no cuts when we're in charge. No cuts, right? Well, we've killed 87 people since then. We've had an Opie's death. We've had all kinds. Fuck it.
How many times do you remember going to what's her name? Going to our script supervisor and going, am I wearing a cut?
Yeah.
Am I doing that? Because I have it here. It's on my chair, but am I wearing it? Oh, I'm not wearing it. Okay. Well, if I'm just wearing a t-shirt.
God, that's so.
And then you'd be like, hold on, let me check. Hold on. And like literally.
She was amazing. What a job. What a shit show that was.
What a shit show. She had to realize, where'd you come from? Did you have it on? You know what? Let's just play that you left it on your bike. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Go, okay. And then I always say the same line. I always go, well, if they're paying attention to that, then I ain't doing my job.
Yeah.
That's the line I always say. Here I am paying attention to it. So I guess I wasn't doing my job. So Unser processed the prints pretty fast.
In about 3 minutes.
About 3 minutes. He has the internet. Apparently, but what he did, you just brought it up earlier when you said no matter how many lines you have, the line he says about the glass is terrific.
Oh, what did he say about the glass?
Next time, you could just pull some prints off a glass.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
So he doesn't need to. Why that's a really well-written line is you don't need to say about the chopped off hands because you never know who's listening. You're just saying something, but you're not like hammering it.
Yeah.
Because you only have 3 lines. And he said it very matter-of-factly, which is the way we speak.
In that was perfect.
Life. So he's always great. And here goes a big thing. Clay lies for Gemma.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
Another big lie. And she looks completely stunned. I I mean, atta boy, Clay, right? Gold star lie of the day, Clay Morrow. Thank you, Clay. Pick up your gold star on your way out. Another freaking lie.
Another lie on top of another lie. And again, I also think it shows that Clay and Gemma have a shorthand of their, to use the word,
They better.
the nefarious activity they do.
They better.
Hey, this is one of those positions where we don't.
Gertrude and Claudius, they better, man.
Mm-hmm. And now the crew's going to go meet Pope. They tell Tig, no, you're not going.
Oh, yeah. No, Tig's a no-go. No.
You think that's because he just might want to kill him?
No, it's yes. I mean, it is, but no, it's not. I mean, obviously, I'm still processing Opie being killed in prison and not me. I'm still processing that. I'm back on land. We had that little moment with Venus. Now we got shit going down with these home invasions. We got Jax chopping off hands. The last thing they need is to have Tig going to meet Pope for any kind of a confrontation, because I will shoot first and I probably will be killed right on top of that, by the dog.
Everyone's aware of that.
And everyone's aware of that.
So then Roosevelt comes in, plain clothes. He's not taking shit from no one. He asks about the nomads, and then he pulls Juice aside. And here we go. We're back to this situation, right?
See, and I wrote down, Theo, I thought that those, kind of recon days were over. Like I thought Rico. I know, but I'm sorry. What I meant recognizance, like him
that's good too.
Him trying to get you to get shit done,
too.
I thought they were over, bro.
Me too. And the only way I can justify that it's not is that I think he doesn't care about the rules anymore. Like, and again, this shows later in the episode with him where I think it's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll just tell everybody right now. My wife is dead. My unborn baby's dead. I don't fucking care. So he pulls him aside. They have their little talk. Yeah, man, listen, Rock is great in this vulnerable Roosevelt
world that he's living in right now. Great.
It's pretty great in it. Then we go to the Pope meeting. Pope gives him advice and info. I love when we shoot in that setting. That's down by
Long Beach.
San Pedro.
Yeah.
San Pedro. I fucking love that setting.
San Pedro is beautiful, man. That whole docks making it look like Oakland.
It's where the shot.
Stunning.
Heat.
Huh?
Remember Heat? Remember the big shot in Heat?
Yeah.
Turn around. He's watching us.
Yeah.
Look around, boys. That's fucking great.
It doesn't get any better than that.
No, that's good.
That whole movie, that's one of those movies that when they come on in a hotel room, I've talked about this. I don't care if it's an hour in, 5 minutes, I'm watching the whole
How
thing.
did Fichtner get that job?
He begged and he pleaded and he paid a lot of money because the guy can't act his way out of a paper bag.
No, but was he like, he did Go before that? Did he do Armageddon before that?
No.
So he had to probably go through the ringer for that job.
He probably auditioned for it. I didn't know him, obviously, when I saw the movie. I didn't meet him till he did Perfect Storm and then Black Hawk Down. But I knew that face. I knew that, that acting doesn't get better than Fichtner. And
Henry Rollins.
He tells the story when De Niro, he's got 2 scenes in that movie, maybe 3.
3.
There you go. And there's a scene where he's on the phone.
That's the scene.
And De Niro insisted that if it'd be okay with Billy, like on his end, if Fichtner would call him, like right there on. And so they did the line. That was Fichtner talking to De Niro on the phone, vice versa. Just really, and then he comes busting.
He says, because I'm talking to a dead man.
Yeah, that's right, Rossi.
I know that movie very well. And he's terrific. And then there's the part when he's living in his office and he hasn't shaved, and Rollins is his security guard.
Oh my!
But the reason we bring up Heat, not to throw everybody for the curveball here, is because they use that. One of the most famous scenes in Heat is at San Pedro, when they're at the docks looking down, and Al Pacino, and that's a great scene too, because you could see Pacino's wearing like the 3-inch lifts on his shoes.
Yeah. I didn't pick that up, but I knew you and Mona would be all over that.
Oh, I always pick up when him and certain actors have lifts on. It's always interesting to see.
I thought the dialogue with Pope and Jax in that car was dynamic.
He has the all black suit on. Dynamic.
And he goes like this. Pope goes like this, Theo. He goes, that somebody wants you dead and hired a black guy to do it everybody in the hood needs work.
Hmm.
Everybody in the hood needs work. Like here's Jax going ba 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 ba, and Pope's going, son, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? We all need work. The boys in the hood need work.
Yeah.
Someone hired him, a black kid, to
Mhm.
do that dirty. It has nothing to do with me. What's wrong with you?
He never gets ruffled.
Oh, Pope just rocked Jack's world in the back of that car. He was just so good.
And then again, he just looks so cool and he's super cool. So, okay. Nero with Gemma. Here we go with the Chucky jokes. And again, this is nothing to do with Chucky saying
Nothing. He's brilliant.
He's brilliant.
Michael's brilliant as Chucky.
Brilliant. One of the best characters on the show. The problem is that
I wanted to play Chucky.
they shoehorn things in.
Yeah.
So when Chucky comes in, they always play the joke with the hands. Like every time Chucky's in, you're going to play a joke with the hands.
Yeah. To a new character. Yeah.
To a new character. What's that? What's that about? Who is that? What happened to him? I get it. You should wear a shirt that says what it is. So then Clay comes in and walks out with Nero.
Hang on. I got to give it up to Gemma, if I may. No makeup.
Yeah.
Katie call. That's a Katie call.
Yeah.
She looked about as downtrodden as you could.
Yeah.
Down and out.
Rugged.
Great call on the. I don't want any makeup. I don't want anything.
No.
And it showed. Keep going. So
So
Clay
one of the-
comes.
One of the best lines. Don't worry, Mono. I don't make mistakes. Like
Oh
you.
yeah, like
One of the best fucking lines I've ever heard.
Great. I had to rewind it, bro, just to make sure I heard it because I thought that's what he said.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Mono. I don't make mistakes like you. Fuck.
Come on.
That is the line and shows how cool Nero is. So then we go into this music action montage, kicks in,
Yeah.
and it culminates with Jax murdering at will.
Okay, like
You're
so
there.
so
You're the guy there.
I
But, oh, no,
gotta
you're
tell-
not there.
No, I'm not there, but I do want to tell you I was kind of there, and I'll tell you why. We go right to the music. Here we go. The cameras on the bikes look amazing. All the boys look amazing, and shooting guns right away. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going, why? Okay,
Right
fucking
away.
guns.
Yeah, why'd they walk up like that? Why didn't they sneak up? Whatever.
Episode 8. But you need to hear this because you'll love this. So, in that Oakland Corral, we'll call it that building. Guess who shot there? Yours truly weighing about 190 pounds during Officer Down.
Oh,
The entire movie was shot in Southeast LA. That was our main fucking place. A lot of movies shoot there. It's used for a lot of things.
I remember that.
Those stairwells, all Officer Down. Top of the building, all Officer Down.
That was like your main set.
That was our main set. Yeah.
Wow.
And inside was the studio where we built a bunch of shit inside. But yeah, that was it.
There it is. That's that whole thing with the guy. Now I'm still a little confused at this. What we're getting from this is that he's saying I didn't do anything to your mom, but he's saying that Frankie Diamonds hired him, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
But
So-
I'm going to tell you, this is the worst karma on Jack's Teller. To blow away a kid who's been super honest about what's going down, but to clean it all up, he shoots them and pushes them over 30. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they were trying to show that he's the bad guy now. That he doesn't care.
If I'm playing Jacks, I don't know. I talked to Charlie about this. I mean, tie him up.
Yeah, I maybe would have done something different. Again, you're adding because see here, this is where the suspension.
What's the point?
This is where suspension of disbelief has to come in. It's a murder investigation now. Like I know nobody wants to do this. It's a TV show, but don't you have to like play out? What if there's cameras on the street? What if
fucking no, bro? And Chibs' reaction and Happy's reaction were what you and I are talking about. Like, what?
Yeah.
Are you doing?
What are you doing? This is messy.
It's really messy.
It's messy. So, okay. So now Juice and Clay.
Big scene, bro.
Yeah,
I called you about this a couple of days.
I didn't
but
remember it.
You hadn't watched it. You didn't remember it.
No, I didn't remember any of it. You know what I do remember about that day?
What?
Having a really hard time with that scene. So here's what I mean by that. I'm going to tell someone for the first time.
Ooh,
this
about Miles.
Really
everything.
Okay. We had about 14 seconds to do the scene.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, we were being rushed.
You didn't look that way. It looked fucking amazing to me.
We were in that really weird room, which if you remember correctly, it's very hard to shoot in that room because when you have a crew of a lot of people,
like it's
a very small room. So if you wanted any quiet time before a scene, you're not.
Yeah, open your cans of Coke. Like do it now because you're not going to get any.
Everybody's talking. Everybody's taping something. Everybody's hanging a fucking light. Everybody and the room is the size of a closet, so you're not going to get your quiet time before the scene. So you try to disappear for a little, and you really can't get out. There's only one way in and out.
You're right.
So I remember being a little frustrated about that. And I remember saying, this is pretty heavy. I don't remember who directed this episode.
I do. I mean, I don't, but I wrote it down. It was a gal. She never directed us again.
Okay. Well, whoever it was said, I don't think that you'd be emotional at all.
Karen Gaviola.
Okay. Well,
Karen Gaviola, I don't remember her.
We had a bit of an issue.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because she was like, I don't think you'd be emotional at all. And I said, do you know what happened? Do you know what he's been through? Do you know this burden that he's carried? And I said, do you also realize that Clay keeps calling him son?
Yeah.
And there was so much built into it. And I remembered this was, and again, this has always been a TV problem. Directors come in every week, except for the resident director, which is like a Paris or a Peter Weller, someone who's done more than one episode. And they come in and they don't really know all 5 seasons of stuff. And they can't. They're not going to get a gig and watch 5 seasons of episodes.
No, in fact, briefed. People need to know. We're not talking about Steven or Billy or Gwyneth. They were regulars who
We're talking about the one-offs.
Yeah, the one-offs. And we had a few of those. They are told, and they're given an arc by Kurt and the team. This is what we need. This is what we want. These are the emotions that that's it.
So they're not going to know your character as well as you, especially when you've been doing it for 5 years.
Right.
So usually what happens is you work together and you go, let me explain to you why. And then you have this talk, but sometimes they go, nah, I don't think I do that. And you have to really stand up for yourself and go, well, we're at an impasse here, but I also know that we have 14 seconds to do the scene.
Oh, that's a pickle.
Yeah, it's a pickle. And this was one of those scenes that was a pickle.
Oh.
And it had me in a confused state, which actually kind of worked, but
I thought the scene was so fucking good, bro. It was so long.
It was long.
So good. But the honesty of you two, like you had a secret now. Come on.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I didn't get that with Clay. You did. I didn't get that with certain characters. And I got things with other characters that you didn't. This is one I really think you can pin on the wall. I didn't know about the little troubles and things tribulations about the scene when you were shooting it. Didn't matter. The scene was beautiful. But I will say this, a lot of close-ups because they didn't have a lot of time. So let's just go right in.
No, let's go right into the close-ups.
Let's go right in. Let's get the meat. Yeah. Let's go. And thank God it was you and Perlman doing the scene because a lot of guys can't do that.
Yeah, and him and I had it. But again, let's think about what the whole point of the scene is he's under Clay's thumb now. Clay's adding to that team, and here we go. This is how you get him.
So true.
Yeah, this is how you get him. So now we go to Gemma and Tara. Jax comes in. Everyone's lying. Everybody's lying.
I just wrote down, I won't pick it up. I go, Gemma, lying, like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we're not talking about lying on a bed. We're talking about lying.
Everybody's lying.
Fibs everywhere.
The Sons of Anarchy theme is everyone's lying. And then now this scene is interesting. Frankie Diamond's hostage situation.
Okay, so I just want to start that by saying someone smells good in the scene. Okay. That's all I want to say. Summer smells really good or
really good. Close set.
strong. Yeah.
Close
set.
Very sweaty. I don't know what they were doing. Did someone say like, let's put the extra, what's the stuff they use to make you look sweaty? It's like a gel.
It's a gel. It's a sweat gel. Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but what they do is to make you look really sweaty in the scene.
Yeah. They slap it on there. It stays on.
They used to use, where people don't realize, they used to use KY.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never used KY before, so I didn't know that.
Well, maybe not for your face, but they used to use it. And
see, I thought I had one up on you, and then you just came back with one on me. Go fuck yourself, but I love your humor. I love your humor.
So they as weird as this sounds is, and some places still do it. They put KY on your face, like to make it look greasy, and so they don't have to keep reapplying water. Then
that's right, Theo Rossi.
Then they spray you with the Evian spray, the aerosol Evian.
Yeah,
they spritz you, and it stays on. Well, they overdid it on Frankie because he was sweating.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Who knows they used any of that? Maybe that was just Diamond's way of real life, like in a big scene. So you know what? I'm gonna start to sweat this morning. Cologne's on, but we're just maybe we don't know. I gotta call.
Well, let me ask you this. Here's my question for the scene. Why didn't they go after him?
Pardon me?
After he left with Chibs and he shot Lila?
Why didn't they?
Yeah.
They should have. They just didn't.
Why did they just stay and have a scene with Nero?
I don't know.
Why was there no tension?
I don't know.
He just shot someone. Oh, by the way, he just took $200,000 worth of goods in cash.
I don't know. And I just want to say, and again, I know why, but why didn't he shoot Jax in the leg? Oh, wait. We can't spend all of season 5 with him in a wheelchair. Right. We got to shoot beautiful little Winter.
Lila.
Yeah. Lila in the leg. That's because she can be in the wheel. But get going. Run after him.
But run after him. But also, if you're not going to run after him, get the fuck out of the scene and go to another scene. Don't go right to Nero and Jax having a fight.
And I've got a problem with that. And but first of all, we got to bring up Tommy. I know when Tommy couldn't act falsely if he was playing a falsely acted guy.
No,
he'd have to turn it down because he's just too real.
Yeah.
And when Tommy goes, because you're a greasy scumbag animal.
Yeah.
And he says it the way Glasgow says it like that.
Yeah.
He's a greasy scumbag animal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I really thought he was going to get blown away in the head. If I'm watching this,
me too.
That's it. Chibs. This is how Chibs is going to go. But okay. So can we talk about, okay. So shoots, I gotta say, what the fuck is Jax and Nero talking about right away? He's got 200 grand, Nero's money. And right away, Jax goes, are you in or out? Are you in or you out? In or out? You should be on your knees thanking Nero for the 200 grand and how you're going to get the money back to Nero. That's what's important. And Lila just got shot.
So confused.
Are you in or out? I mean, we're going to do it my way, your way.
I would have been like, how do you know this guy? How long has he been in the charter? What the fuck happened? Did he kill anybody else? What's going on? Where would
that
he go?
Was really
what
weird
are
writing.
Locations. What?
Very weird writing. It went somewhere where I didn't buy any of it.
No, me neither. Okay.
All right.
So now, and then the yelling is really amped up in that scene where they're like, they're talking low and it's like, well, you know, and I'm like, fucking stop it now. Just everybody stop. Okay. It's silly. Gemma's with Abel, Tig holding the door. Tara punches Gemma.
Oh, yeah.
That hand.
Oh, and one more little thing.
How is that hand not decrepit at this point?
It first of all, it's all fake. It's a TV show, Theo. It's a TV show. Okay.
It's not
stop asking great questions. It was just in a cast. She's a surgeon. She's never going to be a surgeon again. Oh, wait, it's a TV show. Let's just smoke Gemma right in the kisser, right in the teeth.
All the time. She beats up everybody with this hand that's apparently healing.
Yeah. Yeah, the gal that we just buried, she's smacking her around in the garage. Carla, yeah, just whoa.
And then
WWF.
she goes to an appointment and Doc's like, hand looks better than I expected. It's 5 months ahead of schedule. You must really be getting it rest.
Look so good. Thanks
Actually,
for the rest.
no, I'm fucking boxing 16 rounds every day with it. Oh, really? This is crazy. Listen.
Oh God.
I don't know. Those holding the door scenes are interesting, aren't they?
Oh, what am I doing now? Holding a door now?
You holding the door.
I missed that scene. What's it about? What
that
happened?
Was the one. That was the Gemma one. Gemma's with Abel. You hold the door.
Oh, I hold the door and then the smack comes. Yeah.
Because you know what? Those are weird. You have to be on set, but you're kind of outside the door the whole time.
I don't know.
Oh, we're going again. Are you seeing this way? Are you seeing this way? Are you guys inside the door yet? Can I walk? Can I leave?
Oh my God. We had
just
fun
have them
doing
enter
this
without
show.
me here. Can you have them enter without me here? Yeah.
Come on. The Cowboys are playing the 49ers in about 20 minutes. Am I out of here yet? I haven't spoken a week. Can I just
So Frankie and Chibs outside the truck. You got the other two dudes waiting in the other truck, and you think he's gonna kill the Scotsman.
Yeah.
Lot going on there.
Yeah.
It's very, and again, if you're an audience member, maybe you think for a second he's going to shoot him in the back of the head.
I literally thought he would. I mean,
me too.
Obviously,
that head, Chibs' head is taking a beating too from the explosion.
Yeah. Well, he's Scottish. He's got a hard head.
He's got a hard head.
A lot of Scots have hard heads. So, and he's been in Gladiator and Braveheart. He's fallen off of horses and motorcycles. So he's got a hard head. Yeah. But yeah, the audience
jousted. He's jousted in a movie.
He wasn't in Ivanhoe. That's a jousting movie that you didn't see. You weren't born yet. But you know, Opie's gone. Maybe it's Chibs. Maybe Tig does. Well, we're gonna think Tig's gonna be gone. Tig's gonna be gone in 5 episodes here. We'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
All right.
So now Bobby again being the wisdom.
Yeah. And again, I just want to put one thing in. I can't look at that Telemundo garage anymore without thinking of Tony Medina. That was a beautiful nighttime shot with him and Jax talking about it. There's a Telemundo.
Can I just say something too? When you look at that show, when you look at this show, nothing's out of place. The reason why people believed in
oh my God, that's such a good point, Rossi.
The reason why everybody believed us as these people, because we were so far from them, but the reason they believed us is that these sets are so fucking intricate that you think when we would go to them, they're like everything from what's in the drawer to what's written on the wall. Like Medina was a fucking genius.
He was a genius,
man. Really was. It's what a huge loss. I mean, and again, how crazy is it that I remember there's people still who send us, you probably get these, people send us pictures outside the gate of the whatever Telemundo, like that building, and it's painted all gray and all that.
Yeah.
But you could drive down that block anytime.
Yeah.
During those 8 years, and you could see the fucking Telemundo garage from
there. It was never covered up.
Never covered up.
You'd stand there, take a little selfie with that in the background.
And in the world where we are now, where everybody in their household, every other household has a drone, they could have been flying those over, watching us film, because once we were inside those gates, you were in Sons of Anarchy. When you went inside that fucking gate, you were in Charming.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Tony Medina. Yeah. Great point out. So true. So good. And that set looks so good at night.
Best. And it's never looked better than at night.
Wasn't it magical at night?
Yep. Nighttime was the greatest.
So Bobby's being the wisdom. Roosevelt rolls up.
Oh yeah, he shows up. Yeah.
Rockman's great in that scene.
He's talking about Rita.
Then talking about Juice.
And then talking about the rat at your table. There's that
so
fucking.
He's talking about Juice, right?
He's talking about Juice, I think. Yeah, I wrote, oh boy, poor Juice. And again,
I don't remember how that all comes out.
Juice is like your circumstance was how this dark fabled story continues right to the end. This is still that fable, that dark rabbit hole that we're going to continue to go down, was all about Rico, all about you, all about the Juice character trying to do the right thing, being in a pickle. It's on, man. This is the yellow brick road that we're all walking on together, and it's not going to go away. And that's what I think he's talking about.
It's a great line. Yeah. And again, it's these little things that keep pushing that part. Like now they have to work together and now whatever. So then we go to Jax. There's a lot on this kid's mind. He's sitting there and he's got the fucking weight of the world on his shoulders.
With Tara, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he starts telling Tara everything, what Clay might do, how they can make this work. They plot and plan together. And this is kind of reminiscence of like a JT Gemma talk, maybe when they were young, right?
Correct. Absolutely
She's
correct.
in the fold.
Absolutely correct.
So Jax goes to TM to talk with Clay. You could always tell when fucking Ron and Charlie had scenes together. There was a different aura in the room.
And it was like one of those, you'd slap hug Pearl a bit, you'd slap hug Jax a bit, and Charlie, and then you just fucking walk away. You'd never watch these scenes because it was hard to see the dismantling of stepfather and son, because they're not coming back. It's over. And how is this going to end?
They despise each other.
They just despise one another.
Yeah.
And yet you see Clay getting stronger. You see Jax getting darker. And when it's just a twosome scene like that, dialogue's pretty fucking good, bro.
Yeah. And you could tell also, one thing I noticed is Clay doesn't really fear Jax, because like he comes in, he's just sitting at the desk. He has his back to him the whole time. Like he doesn't fear that something's going to happen, or he doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like Clay is kind of that. Clay reminds me of like that old, like that old seasoned wolf who's just like, what are you going to do, young buck? Like, I got you. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing Clay has seen it all. And we're starting to see that power of Clay. I'm going to ask a stupid question because I don't remember. When does Clay meet his demise? What season is that? 6. I thought it was 5. Okay. Cause I was going to say, fuck, that's a lot for 5.
Same as Tara.
Copy that. Okay. So, talk with Clay. Then he goes and gives Gemma that speech.
Well, and Clay, but Jax tells him, you better go to Gemma, because she literally is the only thing you've got left.
This is him and Tara's plan.
That's correct.
Yeah.
He's already told Tara, this is what I'm going to do. How are you going to do that? I'm going to go to Clay. I've got a plan. Well, now we see the plan in motion. He's actually telling Clay, you better go to Gemma, because she's the only thing you've got left. End of story.
And then he goes to Gemma and he's going to set her up as the spy.
Correct.
And that's it.
And then, well, there's one more little bit and one more little beat where Jax and Gemma meet at the end of the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he tells her, she goes, I'm going to be a spy. And he's like, yeah. And now what we've just ended with, because they usually end in a really big fashion. So this was more of a subtle landing. And what it is it's now me against Clay. Like here it is. Like we've been skating around it. Now it's me I want to kill him.
Yeah.
And you're going to help me do it.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you're going to ever be my mom again, or be part of this world.
Or see my kids again, or any of that stuff. Yeah.
I'm going to hang everything you care about over your head. So it's really interesting if you're watching this as an audience member, because, we usually end in a much bigger fashion, these episodes, but sometimes they need to just end in, you got to think about what's happening. Yeah.
We just had the big Toad's Wild Ride last episode. Yeah. This is a much darker, think about it, Shakespearean ending to a show.
Yeah. I'm digging these, this season 5. I'm digging it.
5 to go.
5 to go. Let's see what happens. I know we're going to start getting some TIG stuff, and I'm excited to see what comes.
We have stories.
I don't know anything. I love you. Get out of here. Go enjoy
your
break.
Good luck with everything. I love you, bro.
Goodbye. Love you, bro. See you soon.
Bye-bye.